Now, let's turn to the candidates for their opening statements. The order was decided by coin toss, and Senator Sanders, you go first.
Well, Gwen and Judy, thank you very much for hosting this event, and PBS, thank you. 9 months ago, our campaign began. And when it began, we had no political organization, no money, and not much name recognition outside of the state of Vermont. A lot has happened in 9 months. And what has happened is I think the American people have responded to a series of basic truths. And that is that we have today a campaign finance system which is corrupt, which is undermining American democracy, which allows Wall Street and billionaires to pour huge sums of money into the political process to elect the candidates of their choice. And aligned with a corrupt campaign finance system is a rigged economy. And that's an economy where ordinary Americans are working longer hours for lower wages. They're worried to death about the future of their kids. And yet they are seeing almost all new income and all new wealth going to the top 1%. And then in addition to that, the American people are looking around and they see a broken criminal justice system. They see more people in jail in the United States of America than any other country on earth, 2.2 million. We're spending $80 billion a year locking up fellow Americans. They see kids getting arrested for marijuana, getting a prison, getting a criminal record, while they see executives on Wall Street who pay billions of dollars in settlements and get no prosecution at all, no criminal records for them. I think what our campaign is indicating is that the American people are tired of establishment politics, tired of establishment economics. They want a political revolution in which millions of Americans stand up, come together, not let the Trumps of the world divide us, and say, you know what, in this great country, we need a government that represents all of us, not just a handful of wealthy campaign contributors. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Sanders. Thank you, Senator Sanders. Secretary Clinton.
I'm running for president to knock down all the barriers that are holding Americans back and to rebuild the ladders of opportunity that will give every American a chance to advance, especially those who have been left out and left behind. I know a lot of Americans are angry about the economy, and for good cause. Americans haven't had a raise in 15 years. There aren't enough good-paying jobs, especially for young people. And yes, the economy is rigged in favor of those at the top. We both agree that we have to get unaccountable money out of our political system and that we have to do much more to ensure that Wall Street never wrecks Main Street again. But I want to go further. I want to tackle those barriers that stand in the way of too many Americans right now. African Americans who face discrimination in the job market, education, housing, and the criminal justice system. Hardworking immigrant families living in fear who should be brought out of the shadows so they and their children can have a better future. Guaranteeing that women's work finally gets the pay, the equal pay that we deserve. I think America can only live up to its potential when we make sure that every American has a chance to live up to his or her potential. That will be my mission as president, and I think together we will make progress.
Thank you both. Thank you both, and we'll be right back after a short break to begin questions.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Mike. This is my YouTube page, Mox News. Okay, so tonight's Bernie Sanders versus Hillary Clinton PBS Democratic presidential debate, which I think is being held in South Carolina, I'm pretty sure, is going to be posted on the other Mox News channel, because this Mox News channel currently has a copyright strike against it for Saturday night's ABC debate, Republican debate, because ABC seems to think that gathering all the presidential candidates together so that the American people can decide who's best is in no way a fair use video. Idiots. ABC people are the idiots, not you guys. But tonight's debate, Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, PBS. PBS should mean that there's no commercial breaks. So that should be kind of interesting because, you know, old people need their potty breaks. So we'll find out how that goes. It's supposed to be a 2-hour debate. 2 hours is a long time to just stand there with no breaks. We'll see. It should be interesting. Could be interesting. I thought the last Bernie Sanders versus Hillary Clinton debate was a pretty good debate, honestly. I thought it was a pretty good debate. So, again, that's going to be posted on the Mox News archive page, YouTube page, which if you look in the text body of this video, you will see a link that says Bernie Sanders versus Hillary Clinton debate. You know, click here, and there'll be a link to another YouTube page, the Mox News archive page, YouTube page, which I can post the extended videos on, longer than 15 minutes. This page, I'm limited to 15 minutes until the copyright issue is cleared up. I filed a counterclaim saying this is fair use material to ABC. I asked them to remove the copyright strike. YouTube says it takes 10 days for that to be figured out. So it might be another 10 days because I'm figuring it's business days they're talking about. So it should be resolved within the next 10 days. So I'm going to keep posting here, but the longer videos, like I posted last night a congressional hearing about the Zika virus spreading across the Americas on the other Mox News YouTube page. So again, you can click on the clickable link that's in the text body of this video, which you will also find. I've done my best to make it really easy for you guys to donate, you know, because I need you to put something in my bowl. On the last video I made, I said, please put something in my bowl, and 2 people, thank you very much, you guys, 2 people put something in my bowl. And it makes so much difference to me. I can't tell you when someone says, here's something for your hard work, for your efforts, for, you know, you to stay strong and know that people appreciate what you do. So in the text body of this video, you will also find clickable links that will allow you to easily make a donation to Mox News. And I will really, really appreciate that. It means the world to me when you guys take a few minutes out of your busy, busy day to give a little something to me. It means the world to me. You guys, if it wasn't for you guys, I would have stopped doing this a long time ago. You guys are what this is all about. And when you let me know that Mox News matters to you by putting a little something in my bowl, it's really a huge thing for my day. It makes a huge, huge difference in my day. So please, if you can, drop a little something in my bowl, and that would be super duper appreciated, okay? So thanks for tuning in. There's a clickable link to the other Mox News page where you will find tonight's Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton Democratic presidential debate, PBS debate. And it should be interesting because I thought, again, the last Hillary Clinton Bernie Sanders debate was pretty darn good. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your continued support. You guys mean the world to me. You guys make a difference in my world like you would not believe. So thank you for that. And as always, stay cool. One of these days, this war is going to end. Hopefully, Mox News will be there to see that day.
Compassion stirred the Buddha to send his monks out into the community. Sworn to chastity and poverty, they wandered the roads, bringing the Buddha's teachings into the world. Go forth, monks, for the happiness of the many, out of compassion for the world. There are beings whose eyes have little dust on them, who will perish if they do not hear the teaching. But if they hear the teaching, they will gain liberation.
The monks exist by begging. We think of begging as kind of a bad thing. Begging in this tradition is a good thing. It's a sign of spiritual purity.
You're not allowed to beg tomorrow's lunch today. Only today's lunch. Then you can't eat from noon until dawn the next day. Then you have to go out and get another lunch. And then in exchange for lunch, you give a lecture. Unless they say we don't want to hear about it, then you don't. But that's the only thing but that forces you to interact with the lay community.
And if you're not serving them, if you're not doing something useful for them, they won't put anything in your bowl, and that will be the end of your community.